Yo, it's your boy Dezy, man. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock for me. Man, I appreciate all y'all. Facts. Yeah. So, Diddy beat the RICO. Found not guilty of the RICO now. Found guilty in engaging in transportation for prostitution, right? And, I already knew that they didn't have no case on the RICO. There wasn't a RICO case. He did engage in prostitution. A lot of people engage in prostitution. Does that mean he should be held liable federally, locked up federally? And they deny his bond. Nah. They set his sentencing for October 3rd, 90 days out. They said, hold up. 90 days out, you got to sit until sentencing. And Diddy was found guilty of engaging in prostitution, transport. But the thing is, those women did things willingly, right? And they interviewed the Punisher, right? They got the guy, the Punisher. They interviewed him. And even he thinks that, that's what he should be found guilty of. Not for the RICO. And I think they went too far when they charged him with the RICO. But they wanted to get Diddy out the way. They wanted to humiliate him, Now, they did a hell of a job. I think Diddy might get 3 years. Or he might even get probation. Straight up. He might literally only get probation. From what we see, Diddy wasn't a convicted felon. This is his first, felony conviction. So it's a possibility that he can get probation for the felony that he got. It doesn't carry a mandatory minimum. So it's a possibility that straight up, the boy can get probation. Make sure you smash that like button as soon as you come in the building. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Cassie, she didn't want Diddy to get no bond, right? Because she still want to make sure that they hold it on him. She's still holding on for whatever she been through in the relationship. She don't want to admit that she was going back. Nah. She just want justice. She don't want to admit that she kept going back and that she participated. She just want justice. So, she act like she's in fear for her life. Now, we all know, right? You think Diddy gonna get out on bail and want to do something to her? No. I doubt that. He's already convicted of what they convicted him for. Why would he want to get out on bail and do something to him? Come on, man. Like, let's be real. Sentencing to be here 3 months. But this is how they do people, man. You know, the system play dirty. Now, like they say, the Abercrombie and Fitch guy, he's out on bail the whole time. But Diddy, now you beat the major part. What could have got you life in jail? But y'all still don't want to let this man out on bail while he go for sentencing. He still got to get a pre-trial. A probation evaluation. He still got to get that, right? He still got to go through certain things before he gets sentenced. But they want to hold him. The judge might let him go though, because he'll have a year in. The judge might say, all right, we'll give you a year and a day, time served, and let him go. Yeah, it's a possibility, you know. But I think they overcharged him, and the jury seen it. The jury sat there and listened to everything. So if they came back not guilty, right? They had to understand that it was participation when they tried to say he trafficked them women. Now they come back not guilty. It wasn't no hung verdict or none of that when it came to those things. Straight up. There wasn't no hung jury. They was only trying to decide about the RICO, but they came to a decision on that. But they already had decisions of not guilty on the trafficking the women. They came up with that yesterday. So they knew the man didn't traffic no women. These women came willingly. They participated. So did the jury get it right in your eyes? Or do y'all think he should have been found guilty of everything? I look at it as they found him guilty, but damn, it's a lot of people out here prostituting in the world. Straight up. It's a lot of people prostituting out here in the world. Yeah. On some real stuff. The prostitutes run around every day. They let the prostitutes that be outside these motels prostitute all day, every day. And they don't do nothing to them. But because he got money prostituting, right? They on his ass. That's what I'm saying, though. And if you pay attention to it, right? Let's be real. All the motels where they prostituting at, damn near across the street, is a police station. But they don't say nothing to those prostitutes. They ain't locking up those people. Nah, see, they allow certain things to go on, right? And it makes people feel like, well, it ain't that bad if I do it. But if you pick to feel the flame, you gonna feel the flame. And they picked Diddy for a reason now. We see prostitutes every day. Everybody on this live right now. Straight up. See prostitutes every day selling their ass. But that ain't that serious. It's serious with Diddy because he got the money. Because he's paid, it's serious about him paying prostitutes. But you'll see the prostitutes running around outside tricking all day long. And all you say is, damn, that's crazy. You don't got the same passion for that. It ain't the same feeling. You don't want the people that's picking up those prostitutes to go to jail. Why not? Why don't they want the people that are picking up the street prostitutes to go to jail? Straight up. That right there, they should be federally charged too then. The dudes that are picking up the street hookers should be federally charged. All of them. Because this niggas that's traveling across state lines to go get a trick. Straight up. They in one state, going to the next. It's niggas that go from Vegas to Cali, Cali to Vegas to pick tricks up. But they're not worried about federally charging them. And then the crazy thing about the world is, right, when you got money, you deserve the worst consequences. You deserve to suffer the worst because you figured out how to financially stabilize yourself on whatever you did when most of the world can't figure it out. So those people deserve the worst consequence. Is that how it should be though? Like on some real stuff though. Should it be like that? This is why people say the justice system ain't fair. Hell no, it ain't fair. Because they pick and choose. Now, I was watching something. We gonna play it in a minute, right? From, I think she was an attorney before, right? So she got to talking, right? And she literally said that if Diddy didn't have the money he had, right, he wouldn't have been able to get the legal team that he got. He wouldn't have been able to get the private investigators that he got, right? And he would have been found guilty. So you let me know what that means, right? I just got to be real with this real quick, right? You let me know what that means. If the average person is locked up for something like this, they automatically going to be found guilty because they don't have the resources to defend themselves. But this ain't how she looking at it. She looking at it like the way she want to say it. Nah, hold up. The average person that's locked up, even for other charges, don't have the ability to defend themselves because they don't have the resources to fight a case. Straight up. I'm just being real. Now I'm talking about the justice system. This is where I'm at. I'm talking about the justice system. Period. Ain't no way that the lady was feeling some type of way that the man beat the case because he had a legal team and they did their homework, they went to war, and then she say if he didn't have the resources, right? He didn't have the money, he didn't have the legal team that he had, he would have been found guilty. So they know this, right? That most people don't got paper, resources to do what they need to do to fight a case. They don't have money to hire a private investigator. They don't have money to hire attorneys that are going to really do the homework because they got a public defender, right? Somebody that don't care public pretender, somebody that's going to go home. They don't have the resources, so they're going to be found guilty. Yeah. This is the justice system, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is where I'm at. You know, some people thinking, oh, Diddy was guilty, Diddy this. What about the average person that gets locked up for a crime, right? And they might not have committed the crime, but they don't got the resources, the finances, right, to defend themselves. So they should be thrown in jail because they don't got the money to fight the case. This is the shit that people that haven't been through the justice system, they don't look at that. And it's a lot of people, right, out here judging that hasn't been in a courtroom to fight a case. You out here judging and you ain't been in a courtroom. Hold up. Let's be real. Who cares about your opinion? Nobody. Especially if you haven't been railroaded by the people that designed the system to railroad people that don't know the system. This is where I'm at. See, I just try to keep it real for the people that, you know, rock with me, right? For the people that don't understand, you know, it's a lot of people in life, right, that they just internally jealous at others because they got money. Everybody out here fighting to survive. This is how the design of life is. Everybody out here fighting to try to get ahead and, you know, fighting through this storm. But it's a lot of people that automatically, you know, jealous because they ain't got the money. So everybody that got some money, they like, F them. Man, I don't care about that. I ain't got the money, so what? I hope they go to jail. This is what they deserve. I ain't got the money, so what? It's a lot of people in the world like that, man. Straight up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button and share this video. Straight up. You know, I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me. Facts. But I just got to be real with this. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it for what it is. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name. Where you calling in from?
Dezy, what's going on, big dog? How you feeling, man?
What's going on? What's poppin'? Who we speaking with, man?
Oh, man, it's D, man. I ain't talked to you in a minute, man. I've been still tapping in. I just been working, man. My work schedule switched up, so I ain't been able to call in.
What's poppin' with you, D?
Nothing, man. Shit, just, man, looking at this Diddy shit, man. This is what I think, bro. I think for one, I think it's a longer play that's happening, man. I really think I think they thought it was a stretch in the first place to get him on RICO. But I just think they like, look, we know we got him on prostitution. We just trying to get his ass on something. But if we can get his assets, let's do it. But, man, Dezy, I think they lining him up for the Tupac stuff. Man, it's just all kind of stuff like when his boy Kirk Burroughs just came out a few months ago and sued him. This how all these federal cases be starting. It's like about 10 other ones that's sitting up there lurking, and they only started with this case. I think this was kind of like the layup line, like, all right, let's see what we can do, but we know that we can get him on this prostitution. You're right, it's a smack game. No, they ain't thinking about that shit for real. It's just that we trying to get this dude, and they couldn't get him with nothing else. So I think they like, let's go ahead and get him in here. And then you can just tell by the fact that the judge denied his bail 50 million times. The judge had to see all the evidence and make that decision, you know what I'm saying, based on that. So if he denied his bail 50 million times, I mean 3 times, excuse me, for 50 million, in my head, I'm like, well, shit, I don't see him letting him out. You know, but I honestly, bro, I think it's a longer play, man. I think they line him up with all kind of other stuff, bro.
So you think that they're gonna come with some more indictments for some other stuff?
The Keefe D, for instance. Once Keefe D mentioned Diddy's name, they pushed his trial back.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of Jay-Z. Busby, Busby just won. Busby came back on him and won a case to throw out his defamation suit. Busby about to go crazy.
Yeah, but you know, them attorneys, man, you know, they be working together, man. I'm telling you. That's the crazy thing with the Busby thing. You know, the judge that threw it out probably was on that Busby side, man. Because a lot of them judges be cool with them attorneys and they'll throw something out for them just because they want to.
No, you dead right. It all depends on what side of the power struggle you on. You're right. It's a heavyweight fight, and ain't no telling who with who, right? That's why they get to their jurisdictions. That's why it's known. You don't want to get to the Southern District for whatever reason now, dude. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They say you don't want to get charged in the Southern. Every one of the other ones you might can, get in there and, wiggle a little bit. But, so no, you definitely right. But that's my point. The fact that you have is people on the other side that's like, and then with the other, like with the Desiree Perez suits and everything, it's like all of the timing is all at one, like, you know what I mean, right now. But them not letting him out, man, come on, bro. Diddy was about to Diddy bop on the steps, man. The judge said nope. They said they had his 4th of July party planned. Nope. I ain't about to, hell no, because he denied his bail already 3 times. Bro, 50 million, and people were saying, oh, well, it's the government. They print the money. Man, somebody in the government needs that 50 million, man. That's 50 M's, big dog.
Yeah, but you know, the money, the government, when you say that they print the money, that's the truth, right? But what the people that print it, what they need with your money, they just want to make sure that you ain't got it. So I don't think they need the money.
Right. No,
they just want to make sure that they can extract it from you, whereas though you gotta go come back and get it. Now you gotta work 10 times harder to get it back. But I think the government ain't gonna be really able to do nothing with the money. You know what I'm saying? I think that they just gonna take it from you to hurt you and set you back.
No, you right. And you definitely right. I just think it's a lot of other reasons at play to where they could. That's still 50 million, man. Like, shit, even if it's just that, man, who gonna run and peace out on 50 million? I know Diddy got it. That's still 50 M's.
Yeah, but but I think with that, what they do is they do that because they want to show you that your money ain't as valuable to us because we print it as you think it is. Now your money's valuable to the average person because everybody out here trying to chase a dollar, but the government ain't trying to chase no money. They trying to take it back. They giving it out and figuring out how we can take it back to make you go and chase it again.
Yep. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
That definitely do.
So that's how I see it. I mean, I think that they hold him, because right now they might not want to let him go at this second because it might cause an uproar, right? It might cause some violence between, some people that didn't even have nothing to do with it. And they looking at it like he didn't beat it all the way and we let him go and then some violence happened. They gonna feel like the government gonna feel like they responsible for it. So if we hold him now, let it die down for a couple months, right? Possibly when the sentence come, they let him on out. But people already done went through the state of they feel like he should have been found guilty, and they let it die down from whereas though he should have been found guilty of everything, but we just convicted him of this and then let him go, saying, all right, this is the time, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, he go to sentencing in 90 days. So he definitely got a chance to be able to get probation. And then at the same time, being as though that Trump seen this, even though Trump might not be rocking with him, but Trump looking at it like, hold on, man. Y'all charge this man for prostitution. It's so many rich people that fly women to different states for prostitution. But this is what they charged the man with. It's people tricking every day. As I speak right now, me and you talking, somebody's out there picking up a trick right now.
Around the corner for me right now.
Straight up. And this is what they charging with. It's somebody right now, as me and you speak, booking a flight for a trip. Yo, listen, I'm ready to fly out. But this is what they found him guilty of federally. And, you know, some people be looking at it like, oh, man, he need to go to jail. But damn, the man got found guilty of tricking and going in and out of state tricking. Like, hold on. Y'all, that's serious? Like, y'all really want the man to be hammered for flying tricks in and out? People that wanted the trick? Like,
This is what I'm thinking. See, I think with the jury, I believe that they honestly figured that, okay, he's guilty of what y'all saying by y'all standards. I think that he got off because they just was like, fuck that. I'm not about to send him to jail for that. I'm not about to send him to jail for life because of it. I don't think that it was necessarily because they really didn't think that he wasn't guilty on the other stuff. I just think they like, nah, if Cassie, and if Cassie got paid, if Cassie didn't get paid, bro, that would be a different story. You know, the average person gonna look like, hold on, man.
yeah.
Well, she got 20 M's.
You got 30. She got an extra 10 from the hotel.
She got the extra 10 from the hotel, right? And then the other one is she's still getting her rent paid. So yeah, you know. But I believe though that's more so what. That's why it's so tricky, man. Because I don't, you know, they proved their case to me. It's just, is it, you know what I mean? Like he don't deserve it. Like you said, I mean, you know, I'm with you on that. Like he shouldn't be going to jail for no goddamn life or doing nothing major for something everybody else doing. That's the reason why I honestly think it's a deeper play, bro.
And it's a possibility.
Yep. I think it's a possibility that they like, nope, keep his ass there. Because like I said, that Tupac stuff, they moved that case back to like February, I think. And it stopped Dezy. It literally stopped once Keefy D mentioned Diddy and Reggie Wright.
Okay.
When he mentioned them two, they stopped, bro. You could do your research. You got more time than me for that. Check it out, bro. And like I said, man, you know I'll be paying attention every day. So if you get something on that, man, for real, really go and look at that KBD thing because I swear to God, once he did that, his trial was going, and they stopped it.
Okay.
They you know, I mean, it wasn't going, but you know, they was in the process, and they said, okay, hold on, we're gonna push it back. So I honestly think that, like you said, you're right. It is bullshit. They ain't, you know what I mean? But they like, oh, nope, we got him on this. So they, you know, we need to hold him on this. And there's a part of me that they know it's a jury trial, especially in a spot like New York, man. They know it was going to be hard to get 12 people to find it. Just off the rip, just off the bad boy order. It's going to be hard to get 12 people to find Diddy guilty, let alone for something like that. But part of me believes they kind of knew that so they could make sure they got him to this. Because this judge he don't like him. He don't like him, man. He denied, like you said, hey, 3 times they denied that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna see. For sure.
Most definitely, man. You know, I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Oh, you already know I'm tapped in, baby. I'll holler at you, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button and smash the like button, man. Share this live. You know, I appreciate y'all. Let's see what the Punisher talking about. The Punisher spoke out. Let's see what the Punisher talking about, man. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, man, if you haven't already done so. You know, I appreciate all y'all, facts. And smash the like button, too. And share this live. You know, I appreciate all y'all, facts. Hold up. Let me move this in here. I appreciate all of y'all, big facts. Yeah. The Punisher speak out. I'm gonna put the Punisher up here in a second, y'all. I'm gonna put it up here in just a second. Bingo bango. Let's see what the Punisher told
referred to as the Punisher during the course of this case. Mr. Hayes, who's also, by the way, the author of In Search of Freezer Meat, we can talk more about that. Hayes had testified during the course of this trial about his involvement in 8 to 12 sexual encounters that he had with Cassie Ventura Fine and Sean Combs. Testified that Combs watched and gave directions during these events. You played a pivotal role in this case, Mr. Hayes. It's great to see you. Thanks for taking the time. Your reaction to the verdict?
I honestly thought the verdict was the correct decision. It maybe not based on following the specifics of the law, because I know the prosecutor said you just only had to find one instance where you believe there's coercion. But if you're talking about a jury and the understanding that this was relationships, these were his partners, these were, they were exchanged text messages of love and care and over long periods of time, and then also a bunch of consenting also messages to the sexual activity and the type of lifestyle they lived. I thought it was going to be hard for a typical person that wasn't going to really streamline the law, extremely hypervigilant, to not see this as a relationship domestic issue opposed to sex trafficking. So this is actually what I expected.
To be clear, in any of your encounters, did you see any force, fraud, coercion being used to induce Cassie to engage in these sex acts?
Yeah, it's similar to my testimony. I did not. And so
So now this guy was participating. He was involved in the whole shit. He was the one doing the striking. If this dude right here, right, is saying he didn't see no coercion or being forced, why is everybody out in the world upset saying the man did it? And he's the one that was called to do it. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
Hey, this is Erica calling in. I just wanted to call back and say, see what we said? That they were going to have to free that man.
Yeah, yes, that's what happened, And I thought that he had it in the bag with the RICO from the door, and we see that's what it is.
Hey, and the thing is, I just wanted to say this too. That is not going to fly. He got a hell of a defense team. And I just want to say shout out to Brian Steele and Nicole Westmoreland, because they made history being a part of that trial. ATL don't come to... But when they appealed it, what just happened today, them people just in their feelings real bad because they took such an L. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they really can't handle it. It's like, we the government, that pack of white women, they are feeling because they lost like hell today. You get what I'm saying? They did not expect for this to be the outcome. And at the end of the day, you got to eat it. So y'all ain't going to get a hold of man in there for buying, you know what? I mean, come on. If that's the case, every nigga we know should be locked up. You get what I'm saying?
Listen,
that ain't going to fly.
That's
and
what I said.
When you Google Fed time for a case like that, somebody did like a minimum of 15 months. So at the end of the day, y'all already done held him in there. Ain't he been in there over a year?
Yeah, he
so
said
what?
in a year.
What's the 5 gonna be? 5 months? Like 5 weeks? You get what I'm saying? Like, free that man.
Word, and it don't carry him.
It either be time served, and look, y'all just made him go back in another day because everybody in an uproar. Everybody is so upset. Even to me, I don't even believe the letter that Cassie wrote. Because, bitch, you ain't no victim. No disrespect, but let's just keep it above. You get what I'm saying? You're not. But I guess, on a, what do you say? The politically thing to do would be to say that. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody got to feel like they won on some level by holding him today on some level. You get me? Yeah,
man. And I think that, Diddy going all the way to trial definitely was the best thing for him to do and not take a plea, because being as though that he just got found guilty of what he did, putting that appeal in, he can challenge a lot of things within the case, the jury, things that was said, all that to get the conviction of what he got convicted of overturned as well. And people don't understand that when you go to trial, you can appeal this stuff even if you was found guilty of this things and it's not, you know what I mean, that bad, which people might think, man, you can still appeal from things that happen inside the courtroom. So.
I agree. He gonna be fine, and I don't think that he gonna have to sit there till October. And if he just happens to have to sit there until October, even when he gets sentenced, it's gonna be either time served or something so menial, because you can't hold him in there for that. I mean, to me, it just makes no sense. At this point, it's just you a sore loser if you're gonna try to. You get what I'm saying? Make it be anything else other than that, because the bottom line is, he won because he get to keep all his wealth. And another thing I wanted to say too, a lot of people keep saying, well, he ain't gonna have nothing when he finished this and ain't nobody gonna work with him. That's a lie. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people that work with him. Yeah, it will be some people that won't. But what people fail to realize is it doesn't even matter about who works with him and who doesn't work with him, because a lot of people they're thinking he just owns the record industry portion of it, or he's just the owner of the liquor company. No, he owns a whole part of Twitter too, and a lot of other things that he don't even have to be present for. He's still gonna get the money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know that. So when you have a black man, let's just keep it a buck, that got that kind of bread, it's a whole jealous situation in that regards. And we don't have many. So at the end of the day, his fricos, because that wasn't no RICO, you get what I'm saying, has nothing to do with taking away his wealth. If they were going to do any kind of case for him and they really wanted to see him go to jail, they should have did domestic violence. Other than that, come on.
They couldn't.
You gotta free him.
But they couldn't do the domestic violence because the case that they was presenting against him was something else, but they was using a video from domestic violence, which they couldn't have charged him with because of the statute of limitations, but they used that to try to influence the jury. And that's what I say when they always play dirty, because how you gonna use something that you can't charge me with against me for something that you...
people might not like you or make them feel like you're guilty, but the bottom line is he wasn't in there for none of the charges that they were trying to press down on him. And another thing I found out too that I realized, and that was even from Silk and Tamika Tynan going through what they went through. When those people try to sue you for money, they have to file that essay report.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that'd be a whole fake situation. But in order for them to even sue for the money, they got to file that report.
They got to.
So now you see what I mean by the people really get caught up in their feelings, the women. Again, like I said, I'm for true victims, but these ain't no victims. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's a money grab, you know. I just feel like he gonna be fine. That's just my opinion. I just feel like they in their feelings because they took an L today, and hey, suck it up, keep it moving. You know?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine too. You know, he definitely beat what could have got him life in jail, so we definitely know he's gonna be fine now.
Not even just life in jail, but y'all can't take his bread. And my nieces still got their trust fund, so that's all that matters really at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Because if they would have been able to convict him of the RICO, then they were going to take his money away. And that was the issue. So the government is mad because y'all were not able to take his wealth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that little penny stuff y'all talking about right now, y'all going to have to let that go. Because that ain't gonna fly. How you going to send somebody to jail 20 years for that? Child, everybody need to be locked up then, if that's the case, and we know that's not gonna happen. So, I just wanted to call in and say that he's gonna be just fine. So shout out to all the haters. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna be okay. You know.
Yeah, and I appreciate you calling in too.
Keep doing your thing, one. All right, keep.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man. There's so many people out here tricking, man. Yeah. It's so many people out here tricking, man. Straight up. It's people out here tricking that act like they not tricking. There's women out here that can't pay the bills one month, and they know a guy that got some bread, and they like, man, I'ma call him, and they willing to go in to pay their rent. But the thing about that is, right, if it was a situation where somebody was gonna get in trouble, they would look at the guy as being wrong. That's what gets me. There's women out there that'll call a man when they need something and be willing to go all the way in, do whatever to pay the bills, but then say he wrong. This is why you gotta watch who you answer the phone for. This is why you gotta watch who you look out for, because they be the same people that turn their back on you, and all you did was, hey man, tried to help you. My money wasn't free. I'm just supposed to give you my shit. But this is why you gotta practice abstinence. Fuck it. Hey, figure it out. I had to figure it out. You figure it out.
What I will even add is, I testified in the facts where I only interacted and spoke to Cassie during any of these occasions. I never had any communication with Mr. Combs. So I would be greeted.
Yo, did y'all just hear this? He said I never had any communication with Mr. Combs. He only talked to Cassie. Hold up, man. I gotta play that back. Make sure I caught that right. Hold up. I gotta make sure I caught that right. Hold up. You mean to tell me that this nigga was never talking to Diddy? Cassie was setting this up every time? Hold up, man. Hold up, man. We gotta play this back. Man, hit that like button. You in the building, smash the like button.
Fraud, coercion being used to induce Cassie to engage in these sex acts.
Yeah, it's similar to my testimony. I did not. And so what I will even add is, I testified in the facts where I only interacted and spoke to Cassie during any of these occasions. I never had any communication with Mr. Combs. So I would be greeted in a
Yo, man, I ain't know this now. Now, I gotta be real. I did not know this. Hold up. Are you serious? Now they got this man saying he trafficked the broads. Hold up. Let's be real. But the people that was lining this shit up, doing it together, they don't get held accountable. Man, that let me know damn well they targeted that man. Straight up. Hold up. Dude said he was only dealing with Cassie. Man, I gotta play that back, man. Hold up, man. Oh, man. Hold up, man.
Engage in these sex acts.
Yeah, it's similar to my testimony. I did not. And so what I will even add is, I testified in the facts where I only interacted and spoke to Cassie during any of these occasions. I never had any communication with Mr. Combs. So I would be greeted in a personable one-on-one situation prior to the activities, and then again at the conclusion.
Yo, SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. What's going on, Jay?
SB, what's up, bro?
What's poppin'? What's good with you?
Right. Hey, what you were just saying, right? Now you see the picture. Now you see it wasn't about who was plucking who and who was bringing in. It wasn't even about that, man. It was about, this is my opinion, right? It wasn't about the sex game, right? It was about some other stuff. It was about what Diddy pissed them people off, man.
That's what it looked like.
Shut them down.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Because like you say, man, if it was about who flying, that's going on every day, like you just said, as we speak. You know, that's going on every day.
Every day.
Yeah, they flying booty all over the country.
Every day. Every day.
They got a booty play.
Listen, every day somebody's playing, every second somewhere, right? But this man just said he was dealing with Cassie all the time to line the freak-offs up. Like, hold up. And he said he testified to this in the court. Of course, if you are on a jury and you hear the man that says he was the one being called as the escort doing the prostitution, right? He's saying that it was Cassie that called him and he only dealt with Cassie. Hold up, man. Ain't no way you gonna be able to say the guy that's on trial that y'all picked out the bunch is the one that's guilty of this shit, and he not even dealing with him, he dealing with her. Like, hold up, man. It's a lot of funny shit going on, man.
So now you can't get a booty call. If you get a booty call, it better be in your state.
Yeah, that right there. Now it's like they gonna find the law for that too. You know what I'm saying? In a minute they be ready to come up with something that, like, damn. But it's people tricking everywhere. And what I said, right? There's prostitutes at these hotels, and the police station be across the street from all the hotels where the prostitutes be at. And they not concerned about that. They letting that shit operate.
Yeah, but they crack it. They've been giving them pimps a lot of time.
Yeah, the pimps, they giving the pimps a lot of time, but the tricks, they not stopping the trick. That's where the problem's coming at. If she out here tricking, damn, you want to hold the nigga accountable? God damn, you not holding the trick accountable at all?
Right. They give the pimp the time.
What about the trick? She decided. Damn, that's a decision too.
Right.
I think that they be one-sided with a lot of things. It's like, let me pick the side to go on. I'm going at this side. But it's with me, right? It's the interaction with people, man. This is why I try to keep my interactions with people at a bare minimum, because all these charges that we can get charged with in life, whatever it is, it's always from interaction with other people. The less you interact with people, the less you got to worry about being involved in a crime, being charged with anything. But damn,
they call it a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to be, involved with nobody. It's like anything you do involving people, the crimes are made up of how you interact with somebody. You do something that somebody don't like, it's a crime. If they got something against you and they don't like what you did and they say you did this, it's a crime. Like, but if you don't deal with people, you got less to worry about. So that's where I'm at with it. This is why I like being in myself. As soon as you start dealing with people, it's always something.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like I say, I think the goal was accomplished. Get Diddy out the way. He's out the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming back, but I think they wanted to humiliate him. And that's what they did. They humiliated him.
But he's not going to get no spotlight.
Man, people still gonna deal with Diddy, bro. That's Diddy, man. Listen, you notice, like, if you see, right, people on the internet that get humiliated and they act like they don't care, they still get light. It's the ones that get humiliated and they go tuck their tail.
Okay, tell me this, right? Tell me this. Okay, they're gonna have Diddy a welcome home party, right? How many of them stars and celebrities and all that you think gonna show up at
all of them? I think they all gonna come. They all gonna say welcome home, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna say, man, I ain't want to get caught in that line of fire. I ain't want to get caught in that line of fire. Them niggas gonna be right at the party, man. Straight up.
They gonna be at the next white party.
Man, unless Diddy say don't let him in, they gonna pull up at the party like it's all good, man.
Not the white party. You don't mean the white party.
They gonna pull up at whatever party. If it's the underground party, the overground party, around the corner party, on the rooftop party, on the yacht party, they gonna pull up, man.
Hey, but that defense team, man, you gotta have that dough when you playing with the courts, man. You gotta have that cash.
Of course. And that's why I say people look at it like, oh, he beat the charge only because he had money and he had the right people. Well, damn, that there let me know why everybody getting convicted that's in the hood. Cause they ain't got the damn right resources.
Well, it's two justice systems, one for the rich, one for the poor.
Yeah.
You know, that's been, you know, that's it always been like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's nothing new, you know. But
yeah.
You know, I didn't want to see him get an L. You know what I mean? He
I don't think he did nothing to get an L.
Karma, though. He was due some karma.
Of course, he was due some karma, for, how his business practices is with other people. But, I don't see nothing involved in there that was due for L. You know what I mean? Shit, right. It's many of people that tricked out here, like straight up. And it's women that wanted the man to go to jail that tricked last week. It's like, damn, you was tricking last week. But you want to be blind that you was out here tricking. You understand what I'm saying? And all you want to say is, man, that man should go to jail because he got money and he was tricking.
And look, and check this out. And for what I hear, if I could remember correctly, he was still paying one chick rent.
Of course, that's what they say. He was giving her $10,000 a month. And paid for her attorney. The attorney for her to testify against him.
That's why I say, man, it wasn't even about that, man. It was, like I said, I think they accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. The people that wanted him shut down got what they wanted.
Yeah, they definitely.
That's my opinion. I'm not, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not going to act like I know what's going on. But my opinion is, Diddy went after them people, and they showed them who had the real power.
You already know it, man.
But go ahead, SP. I'm locked in, man. I'm gonna be rocking with you. I know you're gonna be rocking for a while. I'll get back at you.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, later.
If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. Yeah. He said Brian Steele and the rest of the attorneys are making a live comment as we speak. Let me see where it's at. Let me find it. Hold up. Let's see where it's at. We'll come back to the Punisher. You know what I mean? Which one is it on? What's up, Brooklyn? Which one is it on? Let me see. Let me see, hold up. Let me see if I see it. Oh no, hold up. I'm trying to find, hey David, which one is it on? I don't see it. I don't see it, man. I don't see where you see it at. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Yeah. I don't see it. Maybe on Law and Crime. It might be on Law and Crime. They always come up with something. Hold up. See here. Let me see. Now I don't see it. Fox News. Let me see.
With crimes, and especially when the Southern District of New York does here. And so I hope everyone takes that seriously, and we take this as an enormous victory and win This is a huge win. He was acquitted of sex trafficking, acquitted of RICO conspiracy.
Man, can't even hear
and
this
he will
shit.
be able to sleep well at night knowing that. Okay, thank you to everyone. I appreciate you.
Yeah, can't even hear this shit. Hold on, let me see. I can't hear this shit.
Well, I want to start just by thanking my family and the families of each of the lawyers here for giving us the space
can't even hear this
and the
dude.
time to serve Sean and to fight for Sean. I want to thank the court for giving us a fair fight. And you see what happens when you have a good defense team come together in front of a court that gives the defense team a fair fight. And finally, I just want to thank Sean for giving.
I might be able to pick another Fox News. All this shit's in love.
I feel like there's not a lot more that I can say because these wonderful people have really said all there is to say, but I do want to thank Sean for the privilege of this opportunity to help him clear his name.
Can y'all hear this? Because I can't really hear it. Tell me if you can hear it.
Coming after him, guns blazing, it really is a testament
I can't hear it.
to the fact that when you get a fair trial and a jury of your peers listens to the evidence, they will do the right thing. And I just want to say again how proud I am to be part of this team and to have helped Sean get a just verdict.
Are you going to reveal the mandate? Guys, can anyone share what Mr. Combs wanted to say in court when he raised his hand during the bail hearing? Does anyone know? No.
Can you talk about the bail decision and the judge using defensive
So
trial about violence?
I'm not going to talk about the bail decision because it's still a pending unresolved matter. And I don't think we're going to take any more questions. I want to thank you all. You guys have been so diligent and dedicated. I pass you guys in the rain. I walk by you in the sun, and you're all out here every day. I just want to thank you. But I don't think we're going to take any questions.
Can you take through the ups and downs of the day, though? Because Mr. Combs got acquittal on the major charges. Maybe thought he could go home tonight, and then was told he couldn't.
So a lot of these things are still in process. I mean, the one thing I'm going to leave you with this. We are not nearly done fighting. We are just getting started. To win this and to defeat the prosecutors from the Southern District of New York takes effort from beginning to end. Today was a major step in the right direction, but we fight on and we're going to win, and we're not going to stop until he walks out of prison a free man to his family. Thank you all for coming.
Let me see, hold on. Let's see if we get back here, so.
It's not a party till we're all here.
Let me see what he said from the door. Yeah, since we missed it.
All right. Thank you all for being patient. Am I speaking loud enough? You all can hear me okay? All right. Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had. They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens. And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury. So today's a great day. Today is a win. Today is a victory of all victories for Sean Combs and our legal team. And I want to say one thing. There are very few people around whom a legal team could coalesce and become one. And Sean Combs is that person, and we are all blessed to be part of it. And I am now done speaking to you, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Garagos.
All right, I first want to thank my client, Sean Combs, for trusting us, myself and everybody here, this incredible dream team that he put together. Without him, we would not have been able to do this. He is incredible, and I want to thank him. I want to thank the jury for putting such great care into this case. They came early every single day, and I want to thank them, as I said in my opening, standing between all of us and the drastic consequences of the criminal convictions of sex trafficking, and RICO is a jury of our peers. And I thank them. I want to thank the judge, and I want to thank, despite the terrible conditions at the MDC, I want to thank the good people who worked there, who ensured that we had sufficient amount of time to prepare for trial. It is extremely difficult to prepare for a federal case in the conditions at the MDC, and they did everything they could to make that happen. I want to thank them. I also have been saying this since the beginning of this case. Sean Combs has not sexually assaulted anybody. I've been saying this for months. We've said it with each lawsuit that came out, and today that was proven true. The media got it wrong about Sean Combs every single day for nearly 2 years. I ask that for every time you guys see a civil lawsuit, criminal complaints or criminal indictments, you actually take a look and analyze these and see whether or not these are actually going to stand up in a court of law, because today they did not. He has not sexually assaulted anybody, certainly hasn't sex trafficked anybody, and the jury found that today. Thank you. I am now going to pass this over to Mr. Steele.
Good evening. Good evening. I want to thank the ladies and gentlemen to my right and my left. There's not a better group of honest and ethical, hardworking, and zealous lawyers, and I especially wish to thank Mark and Tenny for allowing me and everyone else to come together. On behalf of my family, myself, I wish to thank you all for being here and writing truthfully about a man wrongly charged with most of the crimes, and that we all must remember that allegations are nothing. And I'd like to thank Sean for letting me be here. Thank you all. God bless you.
What did your client want to say when he raised his hand?
Thankfully, in our country, we have a right to a jury trial. And thankfully, Mr. Combs took that right. He actually battled for his freedom, for his innocence. He did it. And a lot of times, you know, people are too afraid to do it. And he did it, and we're so happy that he did. We're proud of him. We are completely honored that he put his faith and his trust in us to fight for him. Today is a major win to show what the system can do. We appreciate and we're so thankful to the jury. Thank you to the court. Thank you, New York. It's been a pleasure being here and fighting in your district. Thank you so much. And listen, we appreciate the media. We do. There was a lot of reporting on the accusations. There was a lot of reporting on the indictment. Please report just as vigorously on the acquittal of these counts, please, because that's also the right thing to do. Thank you.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Oh, sure. Good afternoon. So, first of all, I want to thank this wonderful team behind me. I am so happy that they allowed me to join it. I would like to say that I've done a lot of trials, but this is probably the most special one to me. And most importantly, I want everyone to know the job is not done yet. We're not finished, the job is not done yet. And so I want to again thank Mark, Tenny, and the rest of these wonderful lawyers behind us. They did a fantastic job. And like those before me have said, our system, the jury system, is important. We need good people to serve on juries. We need good people to come and say a person is not guilty. Take that courage to do that. It's okay. We want you to serve on juries. This particular jury was a special jury. It was fantastic. It listened, it paid attention, it put the nonsense to the side, it put the distractions to the side, and came to a lawfully good, just conclusion. Juries are important. Juries are important. But more important than that, I think, is people wanting to be on juries. So for all of you all listening, for all you out there in the public, please accept the call, become a juror, and do the right thing. Thank you very much.
It is such a privilege to be a part of this legal team, this amazing legal team, and to represent Sean Combs. And this is a reminder to everyone, I hope, about the flaws in the criminal justice system, and for everyone to take a second look when the government charges people with crimes, and especially when the Southern District of New York does here.
It's something when a lawyer said, though.
Everyone takes that seriously, and
Yeah,
we take this
it's
as
something when the lawyer said.
victory and win. This is a huge win. He was acquitted of sex trafficking, acquitted of RICO conspiracy, and he will be able to sleep well at night knowing that. Okay, thank you to everyone. I appreciate you.
What did you think about the bail decision? Jason, guys, can any of you share what Mr. Combs
Well, I want to start just by thanking my family and the families of each of the lawyers here for giving us the space and the time to serve Sean and to fight for Sean. I want to thank the court for giving us a fair fight. And you see what happens when you have a good defense team come together in front of a court that gives the defense team a fair fight. And finally, I just want to thank Sean for giving me the honor and the privilege of serving him. Thank you.
I feel like there's not a lot more that I can say because these wonderful people have really said all there is to say, but I do want to thank Sean for the privilege of this opportunity to help him clear his name. After all, with the Southern District coming after him, guns blazing, it really is a testament to the fact that when you get a fair trial and a jury of your peers listens to the evidence, they will do the right thing. And I just want to say again how proud I am to be part of this team and to have helped Sean get a just verdict.
Are you going to reveal the minute? Guys, can anyone share what Mr. Combs wanted to say in court when he raised his hand during the bail hearing?
Can you talk about the bail decision and the judge using defensive
So
trial about violence?
I'm not going to talk about the bail decision because it's still a pending.
All right. Yeah, it's something though, right? When a lawyer says that the justice system is flawed, man, it's just something about that with me. When a lawyer says the justice system is flawed, damn, that lets you know the justice system is flawed. Yeah. Now, we got to see what the Punisher said, man. I got to go back to what the Punisher said.
And
I got to go back to what the Punisher said, man. I gotta play what the Punisher said. The Punisher used to go in. We got to play what the Punisher said, man.
this is actually what I expected.
To be clear, in any of your encounters, did you see any force, fraud, coercion being used to induce Cassie to engage in these sex acts?
Yeah, it's similar to my testimony. I did not. And so what I will even add is, I testified in the facts where I only interacted and spoke to Cassie during any of these occasions. I never had any communication with Mr. Combs. So I would be greeted in a personable one-on-one situation prior to the activities, and then again at the conclusion. And I always found good vibes, good energies. Hey, thanks for coming. It was great. We'll see you again. Here you go. And I did not even witness anything that appeared to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs or anything. So I did find it difficult to see my interaction being anything close to criminal.
I want to tell you what's happening outside the courthouse. CNN is reporting that people are quite excited. There are people who are gathered. They are spraying baby oil into the crowd. There are remnants of oil that could be seen on the courthouse pavement. We were reporting earlier on today that there was a verbal dispute between supporters of Sean Combs, or at least supporters of his case, and those who feel differently. When you're seeing a reaction like that outside of the courthouse, you playing a role in this case, what's your position on it? What is your view on it?
So what I think is there's a benefit of the misinformation. You know, me as a civilian, even before I was involved, before I became a witness, the social understanding of this case, they made it so much bigger than what it was. You had rumors of child trafficking. You had all of this bribery and celebrities involved and all of this crazy stuff that escalated to this belief that you was going to get this magnitude of just terrible acts, and not downplaying the domestic violence part of it. But I think when the actual facts of the case became evident, I think people's expectation and their belief that it was going to be so much more, it actually minimized the victims' experiences. So now where there are still people that are victimized, regardless of the verdict, there's still bad experiences. People almost see it as a celebratory, simple scenario because everybody thought it was going to be so much worse than what it was, including myself.
Do you think,
listening to the banter?
Do you think that your testimony helped secure the conviction for transportation to engage in prostitution? Because let's be clear, the two charges that he was convicted of, one was with respect to Cassie, and the other was with respect to Jane. Do you think your testimony helped secure the conviction against Sean Combs?
No, not at all. Not my testimony, because I was clear that my dealings with them was, I'm from New York City at the time, and I only dealt with them in a New York City area. And me being hired in the initial communications was as a male dancer. We always show up on our own. But I did hear in the testimony, there was evidence of plane tickets and stuff being purchased on his American Express card for some of the other escorts. So I'm assuming that secured the conviction for those charges.
Mm-hmm. So as I mentioned to you before we were coming on, we have amazing viewers who submit incredible questions. And I have a bunch of them. A lot of people have questions for you, Mr. Hayes. So let's get right into it. All right, first question. We got a question from Jackie Reed. Did you have any direct dealings with Christina Courtroom or any other person other than Diddy that helped set up his freak off?
He on trial again right here.
Actually, no. And actually, I didn't have any direct dealings with Diddy. All of my communications were specifically with Miss Ventura and Miss Ventura only. There was no conversation, no communication, no anything with Mr. Combs. And I said this before, the first time I actually even had eye contact him, for the first time eye contact, was leaving the stand after my testimony. I had zero interactions with Mr. Combs.
And by the way, I'm just going to let you know, I'm not like tweaking these questions. These are the ones that are coming in, so I'm just going to read them to you. This is from an account, Smarty Pants. Thank you so much for the super chat question. Do you think Diddy was cheap with you?
Well, listen, if I'm being honest, when I hear some of the other guys getting $5,000, $6,000, obviously that would be the first thing you think. But then I don't know the scenario. I was never there more than 4 hours at a time on the average. And one thing that I will say is I came multiple days in a row, so I don't know what the criteria was to determine what my fee would be, but I was fine with it. I don't have any reservations as if I was not fairly compensated,
Hey, Leonard, you gotta turn the volume up on your shit, man. The audio real loud now. It was low before on the other part, but right now it's loud. I can hear this niggas. I want to turn it down some. You might gotta log out your phone, right? And then log back in.
We got a question.
Smash that like button.
Where's this? Okay.
Hit the subscribe button.
Show and Tell Knitting asks, how will the results of this trial affect your interactions with clients like Diddy? Will you do anything differently in the future?
As far as I'm concerned, I would not do anything differently. That was a nuanced situation for me. Obviously, I'm a male dancer. My trade on a regular basis is not sex work to that degree. That was a proposition I indulged in.
He said, not sex work to that degree. So you've done sex work before then. If it wasn't to that degree, because you know, it probably was a lot extra in there, but you a sex worker.
So I don't really see much changing. This was a very nuanced situation. I don't think anybody predicted these scenarios escalating to what it actually became. So I don't have any full regrets of my interactions, or if I'm being honest, even my decision. It was something I was a part of. It were some of our decisions, and I'm comfortable with the way everything transpired, even the negatives.
Chris Bono asks, how has this experience changed you, if at all?
Well, it put me in a scenario where I have to do damage control, right? We live in a society where you meet a person, everybody Googles you, right? So I know for the rest of my life, I'm associated with this crime and or trial, I should say, with this trial and these accusations, and I'm instrumental in it too. So all I'm doing now is I have to have a much conscious effort in how I'm perceived in my interactions with people going forward, because I could start out in a lot of situations in a negative opposed to what normal people do.
And I appreciate you coming on and speaking to media outlets about this, because obviously the trial wasn't testified. There was reporting, it wasn't televised, excuse me, but it wasn't, there was reporting about what the testimony was like. People might have misconceptions about what you said, why you testified. So to be able to clear the air is really important, which is why we get a question from Brooklyn Truth. What was your motivation for testifying? So to be clear, I mean, did you want to testify? Did you reach out to the government? How did that work exactly?
So I did not want to testify. The government contacted me even way before the charges, just investigators. And I actually believed that my testimony was going to be insignificant. You know, I explained to them, I didn't see any violence. You know, I didn't see anything that was out of the ordinary. And then I was aware, I was a resident of New York.
Yo, his name is the Punisher though. This dude, this is who Diddy was calling through, and they called him the Punisher. Man, it's a lot of crazy stuff that be going on when they got paper.
We met up in New York, so it didn't really, in my opinion, or my understanding, constitute sex trafficking. So the thing that put me in this situation, and this never happened, I didn't get any issues from the prosecution or the federal government, but if you talk to people who supposed to be in the know, they scare you about the Southern District. They give you this thing where, look,
appreciate
you want
that,
to
Dave.
Just do whatever you got to do. You don't want to get on their bad side. So I went into the scenario like, look, I'm just going to cooperate to the best of my ability, because I don't want to create a scenario where I'm looked at as an issue and then it escalates to something. It probably wouldn't have, but I just kept getting negative feedback that the Southern District is people you don't want to mess around with. And if they want to talk to you, if they want facts, if they want information, you have to give it to them. And that escalated to me on the stand, where I never second guessed even, cooperating, because I did have worry that resistance could have been an issue for me.
Got maybe the most important question of the day from Xenu Golf Club. Did you like your courtroom sketches?
So I'm still getting problems from my buddies about how terrible those sketches are. So I did not like the courtroom sketches, man.
Well, Combs didn't like them either. He thought he looked like a koala. So.
Yeah. They have me. They're calling me like I don't know if you're familiar with the Fantastic Four, but I'm been grim, you know.
Oh,
so, yeah, a lot of jokes, a lot of unnecessary jokes I'm subjected to because of those photos.
Got a question coming in from, wait, I just lost it. Where was it? Wait. I think no. Oh, yeah. Chris Buono asks, if you weren't an escort worker, in what line of business could you see yourself?
Ironically, I have a passion for car sales. I can see myself being in a decent dealership, maybe a Mercedes, BMW dealership. I like the interaction with people. That would have been somewhere I would have went into as a secondary option.
Let me ask you a question. When you were testifying, this is my question. When you were testifying, what was it like to be in the room with Sean Combs, to see him? Did you make eye contact with him? Was he looking at you? Did it feel awkward? Was it strange?
Listen, man, it was the actual extreme of all of those feelings. I think the federal court is set up to intimidate you. The magnitude of the rooms, like the doors are 15 feet high, the ceiling's 30 feet high. The furniture's huge. You're sitting up high. The judge is high. It's freezing in the room. I walked in and I had literally an anxiety attack. And I consider myself a very calm, cool, collected guy, not easily rattled at all. And by the time I got on the witness stand, I was trembling. And so then to put on top of the understanding that I'm walking in there as the prosecution's witness, so I'm gonna assume there's not a favorable thought process with Mr. Combs, his family, anybody involved. So it was very nerve-wracking, man. And I only benefited because I got called to the stand 10 minutes before lunch. And literally just swearing in and answering my name and very preliminary questions, I was losing my voice. I was having trouble talking. And so I'm happy that it broke for lunch. And it took me 20 of the 30-minute lunch to recompose myself. Or I might have had a very different testimony if I didn't have that break time to just kind of get myself together, because it was overwhelming.
Let me, Sheree, stand by. We have more questions coming in, but I want to bring on the other panelists as well. Ben, we haven't had a chance to talk about the verdict. This is something you predicted, though.
Well, I don't know. I went back and forth, but it was, I have to confess, it was a bit of a surprise to me.
Was it something about Cassie's testimony? Was it something about Jane's testimony with respect to sex trafficking? Again, the jury did not believe the prosecution proved beyond a reasonable doubt that they were victims of sex trafficking. What was it? What was the thing that you might have been a hang-up?
I thought it was some of the communication.
Yeah, I see you. I said appreciate the donation, Dave. Is it something else that you wanted me to look for?
The text messages, which really suggested more of a relationship rather than coercion. That this is, I think it came across as a very, very complicated, unusual relationship, but a relationship.
Yeah. We got super chat questions coming in for you, Ben. So this is from Nancy Nicole. Actually, this is a regular question. Then we'll go to, actually, let me start with a super chat question. Super chat question from JAM. Thank you so much, Ben. Can law address the need for cognitive consent that has often comprised sex crimes when, I'm not sure what this means, when something's normalized? But yeah, can the law address the need for cognitive consent that is often compromised in sex crimes? I'm not exactly sure the question, but I throw it to you.
No, it's a very good question. And I don't think really this is something that the law can really define. And that's why I think the jury system is really the best way of obtaining the truth when you're talking about complex human emotions. It's really hard to have bright lines in the law. I think it's something that a jury has to consider. And I think this really is the best way to.
Yeah, appreciate that though, brother. Facts. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, man. The Punisher said he never talked to Diddy. That's what the Punisher say. Y'all believe the Punisher? He said he ain't never said nothing to Diddy. Now, let me see here.
Complaint in no.
Let me see what they said right here.
Star witness in this case. What are you learning?
Her attorney, Doug Wigdor, just sent us the following statement. This entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023. And Kira, we should say that's true. The criminal investigation is largely based on the statements in Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, and intensified, of course, once video from the 2016 hotel security camera became public. The statement from Doug Wigdor, her attorney, goes on to say, although the jury did not find Combs guilty of sex trafficking Cassie beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie's attorney, Doug Wigdor, goes on to say, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. We must repeat with no reservation that we believe and support our client, who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She testified.
Hey, Charger City. Don't nobody want to admit to that. Don't nobody want to admit to that, man. Nah. They only want to look at it one way. Don't worry about that she paid for it. They don't want to be real with themselves. She paid for stuff. We shouldn't think about that. Nah. We only think about what we should think about. That's how people are. She should be held accountable. Straight up. You know what I mean? She got $30 million. $30 million, right? And all the people that are saying, yo, he should go to jail, she ain't gonna give you $1. She ain't gonna give you a grape at all. She's not gonna donate to nothing. If you couldn't pay your electric bill, right? You couldn't even email her and say, I need the electric bill paid. Can you help me? At all. But you know, people, they don't want to recognize that. Nah. She got $30 million, man, and still testified like, I'm still going to try to bury it. This why Diddy shouldn't have gave her nothing. I guarantee you right now, he's saying, I shouldn't have gave her nothing. He would have probably won the civil suit when they seen that she was engaging and setting up the free calls. Literally now, when a jury in a civil suit would have seen that she was engaging and setting up the free calls, she wouldn't have got that $20 million. Hell no. You was participating. But see, Diddy was trying to move fast because it got spread to the public that quick. Straight up. He like, man, let me hurry up and give her some money. And it's still bidding. They use that to make him look like he's still guilty. This is why I say never settle. Man, I ain't settling with you for shit. Get it how you live. Straight up. I ain't settling nothing. Because when you do, it's like you open the door for something else. Bill Cosby settled. It opened the door for something else. Get it how you live. Straight up. I'm just being real. This is my opinion. You gave this woman $20 million and they still took you to court, locked you up, everything, man. Lock me up then. Fuck, I gotta give you the money. Come on, man. I would have still went through with it, man. But you know, I guarantee you right now, he wish he would have never gave her that money, made her work for it. Man, take me to court all the way. That nigga settled the same day. Soon as he got the lawsuit and it went viral, he settled. Like, I would have been like, nah, I ain't settling nothing. I think him settling the case hurt him more than it helped him. But he was trying to move off impulse. Yo, let me get this out the way. Hold up. Let me get this done. Move too quick. And I really think it hurt him. That's just me. You know what I mean? You know, I would have said, get it how you live. Straight up.
For 4 days, often quite emotionally so, giving graphic, explicit detail of what she said she was made to do. And Sean Combs did not deny the facts of the freak-offs. Everything that happened in those hotel rooms did not get challenged by the defense. The defense simply saw it differently, as something that went on in a personal, consensual relationship, not sex trafficking. And that's how the outcome is reflected now, Kira.
Bernardo, I want to go on to read another part of that statement on behalf of Cassie Ventura's attorney, saying she displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussion. This case proved that change is long overdue, and we will continue to fight on behalf of survivors. Two things that stood out to me: powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that persists, and change that is long overdue. Your thoughts?
Power and money. You can buy yourself.
Nah, we're going to play that in a minute because I didn't like what she said right here. We're going to play that in a minute. Yo, you said Michael Jackson said that the worst thing he ever did was settle it open, a Pandora box. I really think that. When you settle a case, you admitting the guilt. They find another way to go at you, so why settle the motherfucker? Man, take me to war. Straight up. Take me to war. Make me a believer. He settled the case, and I think it really made a case. They used the shit that he settled against him. If he would have been in denial, man, listen. He would have beat both situations. Civilly, he would have knocked it out the park. And criminally. But she talking slick, right? Because she got to win civilly. She don't care that the man got convicted of doing prosecution across state lines. She don't care about that. She wanted him to get the RICO so it can bury him. She was upset. He treated her wrong. She wanted him to get the RICO, man. She like, the little prostitution shit, she like, I wanted him to go down for life. Now, if he would have took it all away with the civil and she ain't get nothing, the conviction would have went this way, man, she would have been upset. That's what I would have wanted to see. Because right now, she ain't upset. Hell no, she got $30 million. She ain't upset. Nah. Come on, man. She got $30 million. She ain't upset. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm just saying. Straight up. Yeah, she ain't upset in my eyes. She happy. You know what I mean? I'm paid. What is there to be mad about? I got the money. What is there to be mad about? Got the money. The money.
Power and money. You can buy yourself out of a conviction. Let's be honest that if Sean Combs wasn't able to get the team that he got and pay for that defense team and experts and investigators to to help defend himself, that we would have had a different outcome today. But money and power, that you can still get away with crimes if you have money and power. But I
don't like people like her. I ain't even gonna lie. This lady right here, I don't like people like her. Straight up. You basically let the world know that the justice system be on some BS. The man fought the case, right? He fought the charges. Literally went to war and fought the charges. The jury said not guilty. And you saying because he had a good legal team. If he would have had a bum legal team, he was done. SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
This Mike from Philly.
Yo, what's goody, Mike?
Hey, yo, man, I just think Diddy sick with that dick, man.
You gotta make sure you take it easy on the word, though, Mike. You going too loose.
I got you, bro.
Yes, sir.
'Cause any dude that'll sit there and watch his girl get pounded out is on a different level. You in the corner with your short dry robe on, one slipper on, one slipper off, trying to crank the lawnmower is out of pocket.
Hey, yeah, I agree it's out of pocket with that. I definitely agree. I agree. It's way out of pocket to sit there. He had a sick fetish, man. You got to think, though, Mike. He had ED, bro.
He can't get it up.
He had an ED issue. He like, yo, I got to let her get pleased somehow. This shit didn't work. He running around shit like a gummy worm. You know what I'm saying?
Like a gummy worm.
It's like a gummy worm, man. I'm telling you, it was messed up. Like, he was mad at everything. He had to figure out, how can I get through this? He doing all these type of different things up the nose, popping this, that. His shit didn't work, bro. He had ED. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, I got to get her pleased somehow. You know what I mean? He couldn't do it.
Yeah, but I'm surprised the Diddy and Meek stuff ain't come up in the trial. If they charging him for sex trafficking and French Montana too.
Cause that stuff was bogus, bro. Hey, I appreciate the super chat. JR Gets Bread. The release of the hotel video brought him down 100. Yeah, man, a lot of this stuff was bogus, bro.
So you don't think that audio of Meek and a joint? That you don't think that was real?
The audio of Meek
and Diddy. When he was like, that ass nigga, yeah, you ain't never hear that?
Nah, man, I don't think it was right. A lot of that stuff, man, be fabricated, bro.
Hey, Dezy, I got somebody who can ask about that too. Hey, Wack, I know you watching.
Yeah.
Put some pants on it, hit that like button.
Yeah,
Wack
man.
got all the gay sex to Wack. Call in, man.
Man, you know
we need
Wack.
some answers about this.
You know Wack got all the damn gay tapes, man.
Yeah. Hey, don't let up off him neither, man. Hold it on you.
Oh yeah, you know we non-stop, man. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, one.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff they was saying about Diddy was foo-fafi. A lot of stuff they was saying about Diddy. Now, y'all trying to fry this man. Like, they literally was trying to fry him, right? But y'all ain't present this stuff. They was talking about kids and more shit. Come on, man. I think a lot of stuff was bogus. Straight up. I think a lot of stuff was to convict him in the public eye. Now you got these 12 people in the jury hearing what they presenting, and they don't see nothing about underage kids. Nothing. Nobody hear nothing about this shit. We listened to the trial for 6 weeks. Not one thing about underage kids, but this was talked about. They said it was 120 victims. We heard from 2. Come on now. They said it was 120. We heard from 2. That's because he had a strong legal team now. He had some power heavy hitters. If those was 120 people, they would have presented him. The lawyer that had these people, he was looking for the payday. But he couldn't go against 8 heavy hitters. It wasn't going to turn out the same for him. Yeah, it was all good when he had the one lawyer, right? And he was going at him. They made the public think one way and presented some other shit in trial. Now, trial is where we gonna see everything go down at, right? So if we didn't hear about it in trial, it don't exist to me. I'm just being real. Trial, and this is a government trial. This ain't a state trial. This is a government trial. Straight up. Like, hold up. You mean to tell me we don't hear none of this stuff y'all said across the world for months? In the trial? This is how I know. Like, you know, you can say in your mind, yo, did he deserve to go to jail? Okay, he deserved to go to jail if that's what you think. But why they ain't present what they were saying to us? That should raise a question in anybody's mind. I want to see what y'all was saying. Y'all telling us this is what it is. Y'all leave that out when it's time to fight for the case? Oh, man. They foo-fafi. Real rap. They foo-fafi. Y'all ain't presenting the real deal, man. Y'all lying to us. You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing this to the public forever. Yeah. Mainstream media, right, ain't got no problem with lying to the public. And they got some bloggers that then adapted that way. And I'm just gonna lie. Lying is what get the people like, okay. If you say a lie, people like, okay, I want to know more. You tell them the truth, they like, all right, I heard it. Ain't that something though? If you say a lie, people want to hear more. But if you tell people the truth, they like, all right, I heard it. That's it. I'm good. There's nothing else for you to hear. But when you lie, you got to add on to the lie. People want to hear more. But the truth is like, bam, it's cut and dry. Ain't nothing else to say. So definitely feel like they was just saying shit to the world to convict him in the public eye. They talked about minors and didn't present one. Damn, at least they could have presented one. They didn't present one. But the thing about the world we live in, all the people that was saying all that shit, nobody's gonna say this now. Well, what happened to all the minors? Why isn't it a campaign, right, going on hard body about where's the minors at? Why are people not saying things to the media outlets? Well, where's the minors you was talking about? What happened? Why don't they get questioned? It's just like, it just go away. Ain't no more that, we don't talk about that no more. It just go away. Like, it should be something done about that, man. Straight up. That should be something that, but we can't because it's programmed. We all program. Straight up. It's only certain people get outside of the program. Yeah. We all program to believe certain things, what they want us to believe and how they want us to believe it. That's the program. Yeah. You better know that our brains is programmed. If you don't know, now you know. Yeah. That's why the certain shit they play on the radio, you might not even like this shit. You don't even like it. They play this shit 30 times a day. Next week, you like this. Man, I hated this song. They played it on the radio 30 times a day. Now you like this. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Damn. I hate it. I hated this song. But it ain't that bad. Yeah. Come on, man. This how they do us, though. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna never wake up. It's only gonna be some people, though. It's not gonna be we. That right there ain't gonna be a we. I noticed that. That's not a we thing. That's just a some people thing. You know what I mean? Nah, we can't wake up to that. Because they got it designed. We're gonna spin the narrative. I'm pissed. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm pissed we ain't heard nothing about a minor. I thought he was messing with youngins. I'm like, yo, they got him. He's done. He's cooked. They done. They ready to bring out 7 minors on this nigga. Man, they ain't bring out 1. Oh, man, y'all did us like that. They was saying minors was coming into the motherfucking party. Y'all remember the 13-year-old girl, come on down, that claimed when she was 13, she went inside and Jay and him, and you know, they was passing her back and forth and all this shit, right? We ain't hear nothing from her. Why not? Now they made a big noise about her when they tried to go at Jay. Jay stood tall. Man, I ain't settling nothing. Settle what? Nigga, who? Nigga, I ain't settling nothing. Straight up. And I feel that. That's just me personally. I'm not settling nothing. I'm going to the wall, nigga. Let's go. I'm going to the wall. Say whatever you want about me. I'm going to the wall, nigga. Yeah. Because I understand that people use those damn scare tactics against others, man. Because of the way that the system is designed. Yeah. Straight up. They try to scare the man talking about this 13-year-old girl slid into the club. Like, hold up. She slid into the after party. Matter of fact, yeah. The driver picked her up and she slid into the party. She said she signed an NDA. Her dad dropped her off 5 hours. Came back and picked her up 5 hours. Like, hold up, man. You ain't had your story right. Everybody's looking at money, man. I'ma just be real. Everybody looking at money, man. Yeah. It is people against people. Our whole existence of the human life is everybody fighting against everybody. Yeah. The whole existence of the human life is everybody fighting against everybody. This is why you keep people out of your presence. Straight up. I don't care what nobody say, you know, about you. Stop having people around you. Fuck all that. I don't care what nobody say about you. Stop worrying about what people say about you and watch how better off you be mentally and less problems. Because everybody want to say about, oh, you this, you that. But don't have people around you and watch how much less trouble you have. You start bringing people in your presence and shit like that, you got all the problems. They act like you the problem for you dealing with them. Fuck is going on? How am I the problem because I decided to bring you around me? Nah. Nigga. But you know, this is why I say, I'm glad I pay attention and you know I had experience in my life. Man, ain't nobody come and fuck around me. Nah. Straight up. Yeah, it's all love. Respect to everybody. Straight up. You know what I mean? But nah. In my presence. For what? Hold up. Because then when I got a problem, you acting like I'm the problem. Straight up. Then you turn around like I'm the problem because I wanted to deal with you. I took it upon myself to say, all right, hey, you seem like a cool person. All right, I'm going to embrace you because you seem cool and maybe we might be alike and we can get along and all that shit, right? And the next day, you know I'm the problem. How does that happen, though? That's what I don't understand, though. Well, I do understand it because people are messed up individuals. Yeah, I do understand. Yeah, people are messed up individuals. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? It's just something to think about. You know? Yeah. These people had a choice not to go deal with the man. Yeah, that's what I say. He should have made better decisions not to deal with them. You know? I don't care how much money you got. Man, you got to understand your personal space and not trying to always intertwine with everybody. Straight up. Understand your personal space and not always trying to intertwine with everybody. What? I'm not intertwined with everybody. I don't need you to, Because then when the problem happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit there, like, word. Like, me being through some shit, like, that kind of shit make me want to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be ready to go somewhere else with some shit. Real shit. So from understanding that, best thing is keep everybody away from you. I guarantee you have less problems. Less problems. And I can bet anything on that. You know, it's some people that owe me that dollar to a dime too. I got some dimes out there. Cause I bet a dollar to a dime that he was gonna beat the RICO. I don't know where them people at, but I gotta find them people that owe me that dime. Cause they said, oh, he gonna be guilty of the RICO. No, he's not. He's not gonna be guilty of the RICO. Yeah, you know. And it's all love, right? When people benefit. It's all love. You know what I mean? It's all smiles. Everything's all love and all smiles. Yeah. But I'm glad I'm the way I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm glad I'm the way I am. Because, it's all love now. It's all love. But I can love you from a distance, right? I can love you from a distance. I don't have to have you next to me to love you. No. I don't have to have you next to me to love you. I can love you from a distance. Straight up. That's just how I feel. Real rap. That's how I feel. I can love you from a distance.
I have to say, I was in the courtroom for Cassie's testimony, and she was a strong, strong witness. You can tell that the courage that she had, the strength that she exhibited. I mean, when she spoke and when she will cry from time to time, when she revisited those freak-offs and when she revisited those times where Sean Combs brutally beat her, and to see her in court sitting down, showing the strength and courage that she was able to overcome this. I think one of the most strongest moments that brought people to tears is when she said at some point that she went home and she told her husband, you can do this without me, and that she wanted to cross the street and commit suicide because of what she had been through. But I'm glad that Cassie has been able to pick herself up and has been able to move on, taking it day by day, because it does show the strength that she got as a result of coming forward. That coming forward helped to bring closure to her.
Doug, you...
Let's see. Yeah, keep people out of your space. Straight up. I guarantee you. Yeah. I used to wonder why they always say, deal with your friends in the street. Don't bring them in the house. Hold up. Deal with them in the street. Why do you have to bring everybody in the house? Stop bringing everybody in the house, man. Yeah. Everybody don't need to come in the house, man. Just being real. Straight up. Yeah, for real. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Straight up. Coco. What's poppin'? Yeah, man. Hold up. Let me see what they say right here. Yeah, man. You got to watch who you got around you, man. I'm tell you that right now.
And that should be considered as to why he's not a danger or threat or a flight risk. But the judge said, but he knew about the investigation too, and he should have known he needed to stay clean. Those were the words from Alice Gaynor, and that was in reference to the alleged beating of Jane in June of 2024. So there were so many people involved in facts to consider. I just heard somebody yell, bail is denied. Woo! So, I mean, it can get a little chaotic at times. I saw a clip that I didn't see personally, but somebody putting baby oil on their body and celebrating. So it gets pretty wild out here at times, but right now things are pretty cool with the exception of the person yelling in the background right now who is also, you have some people that have consistently been out here yelling. He's one of those people. But there is at least 25, 30 police officers that I see lining the barricades about 30 to 40 feet to my left.
Drika Duncan, thank you. I want to bring back our CBS News legal contributor, Jessica Levinson. Jessica, this was a criminal proceeding. There are also civil implications. I have read some statements from attorneys representing others in the Sean P. Diddy world, and that's putting it broadly, that say they have clients who are likely to bring civil actions quite separate from what has just been playing out in New York.
Oh, absolutely. So as you know, there are two different buckets of criminal cases that you can bring. We're talking about a federal case, and that's frankly why we're talking about more complicated charges here, because you have to have a federal hook, a hook to the Constitution that would give Congress the power to say, here is a crime. And one of those obviously is crossing state lines. Then there could also have been state criminal charges. And then, of course, as you talked about, I absolutely think that there will be civil cases. And those cases obviously are very different for two main reasons. One is that if you win, the thing you can get is money, not putting somebody behind bars. And two, that the standard of proof is much lower. So instead of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, you might have either clear and convincing evidence or preponderance of the evidence, which would allow for obviously an easier recovery because the relief you get is much less serious. It's taking somebody's money as opposed to taking away their liberty.
Yeah, dirty. Dirty. Let me see. Dirty. Let me see. Smash that like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. You know I appreciate y'all. Facts. Let me see here. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Smash the like button, man. Let me see something here, y'all. Yeah. Smash that like button. See here. So this is what Wack say about this badge.
Everybody on the wall. I want everybody on the wall. Y'all seen the badge. Everybody on the wall is crazy. I knew you was coming here talking about that badge. Y'all seen the badge.
Explain to the room what kind of badge that was.
Yeah, can you explain to him what?
Was that Snoopy badge?
Here goes the cold part about it. Like, I tell everybody about everything I do. Like, if you ask him and levels them, they'll tell you. Unc told us what he got. You know what I'm saying? So, when you got a family member or even a friend that's in law enforcement, right? They give them like 10 badges. The badge would be like officer's brother, officer's wife, officer's sister, right? So all it is, if you get pulled over, you have your credentials in there, like your driver's license. When you grab that and the officer sees it, they usually let you go because they want the other officers to respect their family member or friends that they gave them to.
So that's what the words say in the wallet. It say brother.
Yeah, it says, that's what it says. It says, oh, y'all, they can see that? I didn't know they can see that.
No, I can see it.
It literally says officer's brother.
Yeah, I'm like,
so,
wait, I had my boy Pops NYPD, so when we got stopped one time, he showed the cops something and they just let us go. So he
the police. Okay. He got the real police credential. Like that shit I got, it don't know. I'm gonna tell you, like tickets and like coming through checkpoints, or if in times I go in my wallet to get it, like in Chick-fil-A, they just see the badge and they think it's law enforcement. They give you 50% off and all kind of shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, man. So my daughter's best friend, he's highway patrol. but he a Crip. He used to be a street. His daughter used to always, I think what it was when his daughter would always come with his places, I treated his daughter like she was mine. So, you know, my daughter in first class, she in first class. But I took my daughter shopping, I took her shopping. So, you know, if your kid is coming home, like, yeah, Dad, he's whatever he does for his daughter, he does for me. So he came to one of my 4th of July parties and said, I got something for you. I knew he came out the streets. So he, you know, in his head, he know what's happening. He said, this might keep him off you a little bit.
Keep who off you? Keep who off you? So you saying your daughter's friend gave you a badge. So to keep who off you though? This might keep him off you a little bit. Who are you gonna, like, I'm telling you, this shit he say don't even make sense. You saying your daughter's friend gave you a badge. He's highway patrol, right? And he says this might keep him off you a little bit. Who you gonna show this badge to keep him off you? You gonna show him to the street niggas? Or you gonna show him to the police? Like, nah. The shit, I'm telling you, he came up with this story. That shit don't even make sense. Like, who are you gonna use this to keep who off you? Like, I'm not going for that shit. Yeah, all right. Yeah. See, he didn't play it right. He don't never think when he ready to say something.
You know what I'm saying? So he said, now all you got to do is remember my last name, because in the system, I'm registered as his brother. You get what I'm saying? So if they was to run my name and they say, okay, who's your brother? I give them his name. Yeah, when I give him his name.
He said this guy that is his daughter's friend put Wack on his roster as his brother. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. And then he gives you this badge and say, this should keep him off you a little bit. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go for this. Alright. Yeah. Alright.
Then they'll see his shit because he's really law enforcement. He's CHP Highway Patrol.
It's like a PPA card, just like in New York. And you got a family member that's police force.
That's exactly what it is.
You told them that shit, give them the last name.
That's exactly what it is. So, you know, I did it on purpose just to get them going. They ran that shit up to down there 40, 50,000 quick.
That shit on social media this morning. I seen somebody comment. They said this nigga Wack is a troll, bro.
Yeah, I don't listen, man.
SBGB TV, it's a live call-in show. What's poppin', bro?
Damn. I can't even go. I can't even take it. I wouldn't even gonna call in, bro.
You hear this shit? You hear this shit though?
We just heard the real woman in law enforcement call us like 3 times yesterday. She said it's against the law in California to give out badges, man. It's a criminal law, man. It's the law, man. I mean, it's the law. It's against the law. And if you want to call out a name, like I know people that's in law enforcement. When I'm riding around, you just say, oh, you know Officer Tibbs? You'll be like, oh yeah, I know him. Then they might let you go and ease off with a ticket or something. But come on, man. Pulling out the badge and come on, bro. Come on, Big Pyru.
Crazy.
Big Pyruski, man. All right, that shit just, come on now, man. Only person following for that is the Clubhouse minions.
That's it.
All right, bro, you can get back to it.
All right.
SBGB, you know what it is.
Appreciate you calling in, bro. Y'all hear this shit, though. Like, yeah, all right. This dude put you on the brothers list, gives you a badge, and tells you this might keep him off you. Who you trying to keep off you? Hold up. You gonna show this to the police to keep them off you? Or you gonna show it to the niggas in the street to keep them off you? Who? This what the Clubhouse minions should be asking this nigga. Who are you trying to keep off you though? Like, nah, they not gonna ask that though. That shit don't even make sense.
Rule number 1, y'all know it. Don't give a rule number 2. You don't listen. We already didn't give a homicide. So when I start around with the trenches, they really teach you now. You can't give a, because one day your ass gonna be in the blender, and the only way you gonna survive it is not giving them. That's it. They gonna have something.
All right, what you think about this Diddy shit?
Damn, Dezy, they just said that he'll be home by 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, so
yeah, they gonna build some bills.
The best part about it is he's now case law. So now anybody that got caught up for this or get caught up for it.
Yeah. Hey, man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. Smash the like button, man. Share this video. Man, I call it cap. Straight up. I call it cap. I guess that was supposed to be his defense to it. But nah, I ain't going for that one right there. You know, some people might, but I ain't going for it. You know, nah. Straight up. I don't see why somebody gonna give you a badge and then say, yo, this might keep them off you for a little while. Keep who off you? That there got me. Wack came up with this in 20 hours. He came up with this excuse in 20 hours. He said, I'm gonna say it like this, right? Nah, nigga. Nah. Yeah. Put you on the list as his brother. Come on, man. I gotta find that out from homegirl when she called back in. She might call back in later and say, you can add somebody to the list if you in law enforcement and say that they're your brother and they not. Nah. I don't think that go like that. Straight up. Yeah. Yeah. That's just how I see it, man. You know what I mean? I think he capping. You know, he lie all the time. And, you know, he got caught. He got caught doing some slick shit. And it backfired. Yeah. Straight up. You know what I mean? Motherfucking, that shit went viral on TikTok too. No cap. That shit went viral. Shit. Oh, shit. If y'all haven't already subscribed to the TikTok, go on over there and subscribe to my TikTok. SBGBTV. Yeah, that shit went viral. Yeah. You know what I mean? I see it for what it is, though. That boy working, man. Straight up. That boy working. That boy working. Yeah, that boy working. Yeah. Let him tell it. Huh? Somebody gave him the badge and said, yo, we gonna keep him off you. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, tell a motherfucker anything. Keep who off who? Nah, nigga. Ain't nobody going for that, nigga. I'm just being real. Yeah, straight up. Appreciate the super chat assistant to the HNIC. If he ain't woofing, he should have no problem showing the badge in front of the camera. Nigga, please. That's what I'm wondering. Why didn't you just pull it out and show it? Man, look, man, come on, man. Like, but everybody ain't gonna say that, though. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna say that. Show the badge. Let us see it. But you know, he does understand that all you got to do is say some shit left field and you going to be able to get mixed feelings about something. That's it. Just say it this way. You going to get mixed feelings. You know what I mean? People gonna say, well, maybe he's, telling the truth. Maybe it ain't this. Nah, nigga. I see what it is. You know what I mean? I see what it is. Straight up. Okay, somebody said he showed it, but it ain't the same one. Hell no. Come on, he had to go get prepared. Listen, he would have showed it right then and there. Straight up. Soon as everybody said something about it, he would have been like, nah, look. Nah, he went and put something together. He had to put the story together. You know what I'm saying? I know it's cat. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's cat. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, what'd he say? Hold up, let me see what he said on that one. Man, we know it's cat.
Hey, Freeway. Yo, there you go.
Freeway, you said a nigga chased me to the police. Freeway, do you know that I will kill a nigga? Ain't no nigga chase me where? Zoe, they in Miami, right? Yeah. So, I ain't been to Miami. When I left you in Miami? About a month ago.
Yeah, we was out there like a month ago.
Today I did Charles.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. So whoever that nigga, because I got some goals, I can send them to go see him. Freeway, look, I know you got your hair, bro. Don't get it fucked up with me. I'm not a rapper, bro. Ain't no nigga chased me. I ain't been to Miami since Memorial Day, nigga. So I don't know who told you that, but he's a motherfucking lie. But if you want to act like you want to chase me, let me know where he at. It was Sky 9. Sky 9 said it. Who? Sky 9. I don't know that nigga. He lied to you, bro, on Paru. On everything Paru stands for, nigga. Last time I left Miami was Memorial Day. I left 600 there. Ain't been back. Ain't been on the...
There go Paru again. There go Paru again. On Paru. Yeah, on Paru. A nigga ain't never did this. On Paru. Okay, there go Paru again. You know, here we go. Back to the Paru shit. SBGB TV. It's a live call-in show. State your name. We calling in from.
This is Mar. I'm calling from Fresno, California.
What's going on, brother?
What's happening, OG? I'm tuned in, man. I be tapped in with you. This is the first time. I can't take it, bro. I'm gonna be short and concise. My pops was a cop for 28 years in the biggest city in Central California. Ain't no way in hell. I got the same name as him. I ain't never seen, heard anything about nobody getting no badge, bro. That's nonsense. They not giving out badges. They not giving out badge. Again, we got the same exact name. And I got a great relationship with my father. That nigga ain't mentioned never. And I got a badge for you, son. So that's nonsense. It would be a lot. It don't even make no sense. A bunch of people running around with badges. You know how much corruption it'd be in California if they just was handing out badges like that?
Facts.
Yeah, okay, that's it, man. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Keep rocking, bro.
Man, I appreciate you calling in with that one, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One.
Like, yo, come on, man. This why I'm not going for it. He can get anybody that he wants that wants to believe him to buy it, but I'm not going for that shit. Hell no. You're not going to tell me your daughter's friend gave you a badge and said, here, this gonna keep them off you. Who are you trying to get them off you? Who? Who's on you? Come on, man. That shit don't even make sense, dog. Nah. Straight up. You know, whoever, you know what I'm saying, believes it, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? People that believe it, the ones like you will be the ones here get caught up. Yeah. The people like us that don't believe it, he won't be able to get next to us with that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to be able to get people because people will believe that shit. Man, I know you wouldn't do it until they get lined up. Then when they lined up, they want everybody to listen to them. Oh, man, that nigga ain't right, man. I told, man, y'all said it. Yeah. Come on, man. That was the best story he can come up with, though. I'm just being real. That was the best story he can come up with. Now, the brother just called in and said his pop was a cop for 28 years. He ain't never get no badge. Come on now. And we gotta be real. In a major city like LA, state like California, giving out badges all around, and we done heard another person in law enforcement said they ain't doing that there, right? So where is his daughter's friend from? Huh? She must be from somewhere else, huh? Come on, man. Hey, listen. Nah. I ain't going for it, man. That one there ain't get me. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that are confused and it got them, I mean, I can't tell you how to think. You know what I mean? That's some personal shit, you know, but nah, you're not just telling me anything, especially when it don't make sense. You know what I mean? And we already know, you know, some people said something about that yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Then they saying he revealed the badge. It ain't the same one. I bet it ain't the same one. I bet it. Damn right it ain't the same one. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Yeah, we know it ain't the same one, man. Dude is Fufafi, man. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Let me see. Dude is Fufafi, man. Let's see if I can get a stop on that joint. Yeah, dude is Fufafi. Let me see if I can get a stop on this joint. Yeah. Yeah, he might as well celebrate. Everybody know what you is. You might as well celebrate, nigga. Everybody know what you is, man. Yeah, I know what you are, nigga. I don't need somebody else to tell me nothing different. You know what I'm saying? When somebody go back and think about this shit, right? All you gotta think about is everything that he got away with. Like, come on, man. But these are the things that people, you know, act like they ain't paying attention to. So you mean to tell me that all the stuff we see this dude into that he get away with, them people don't want him to answer to nothing? Nah, I ain't going for that. Nah. I'ma just be real. Yeah, I'ma just be real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see, hold on. I'm trying to catch it. Okay. This is ill right now. He wanna ill this thing. Let me see, hold on. Let's see if we can catch this joint. Let me see if we can catch this joint. Hold up. I'm trying to catch it on the screen, yo. Hold up. Alright. Let's see if we can look at this joint. Let's see if we can look at this joint right here. This is what he trying to show right here. This is what he trying to show right here. I wish I can get it down. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a little closer look on it. Let me see if I can get a closer look on this joint. Let's see if we can get a closer. Let's see if we can get a closer look on this joint. Is this the same one, man? I don't know, man. Is this the same one? You can't see the words on it at all. But I don't trust nothing he say. I'm gonna be real. I don't believe nothing he say. I don't believe nothing he say. I'm gonna just be real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Y'all see that, right? Definitely look like a total different badge. If we being real. Now, I'm going to go to the other badge in a minute, right? I'm going to go to the other badge in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. The one he had yesterday had wings on top. Now let's go get the badge he had yesterday. We're going to come back to this one. I'm going to leave that right there. Right? Let's go to the badge from yesterday. Let me go to the badge from yesterday. Let's go to the badge from yesterday. I ain't going for everything. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I ain't going for everything. Let me see, hold up. Let me see, yeah, hold up. Let me get to this badge. The one he had on yesterday, yeah. I'm just not going for everything. Let me see here. Let me try to get this joint. Get the video. I gotta get the video back up here so we can stop
it. What made you think it would?
Alright. So let me get this joint back to where we had it at. Let me get the picture where we can see it. And I want to see if y'all say that this the same badge. Because this one here look a little different to me. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I want to show y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. That badge look a little different to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back to the other badge, but that one look a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just be real. That one look a little different to me. You know? You know what I'm saying? Why it take you a day to show it? Let me go back to the other badge. Hold up. Let's go back to the other badge. We'll come back to that in a second. That one look a little different to me. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real. Now, here go the badge he trying to show today. This the badge he trying to show today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can let me know, but I think it look a little different to me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe nothing the Joker say. I know he be lying all the time. He lied too much. You know what I mean? Dude just lies consistently. Straight up. Yeah. So we see that one, right? We'll go back to the other one. Go back to the other one now. Let's pull the other one back up. Man, this one look a little different. You know what I'm saying? I see some color in this one. You know what I'm saying? The other one, I ain't see no color. I see color in this one. I don't see no color in the other one. I don't know. Real shit. I'm just being real. Yeah. You know. But you know he gonna come up with something. You know that's just how he is. But from what I see, they look like two different badges. Yeah. You know what I mean? He thinking, okay, I can create an illusion and I can say this and blah, blah, blah. Nah. Straight up. That's where I'm at with it, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to show the other one again. I'm going to show that one. Show it again. You know what I mean? Hold up. Let me get it back on there. Hold up. I just had it on there. Messed it up. Hold on. Let me get it back on there again. I just had it on there and messed it up. I get on there again, I messed it up. Alright. Let me put it over. Now look at this one again. Man, I don't see that blue strip on there. I don't see the same. It don't look the same to me. I'm just being real. Let me see. I'm gonna hit it back a little bit. Now I got it clear and flat. Y'all think that's the same badge? Straight up. Now I got it clear and flat. Y'all think that's the same badge? Not me. I'm just being real. I don't think it's the same one, and I got it clear. Now I got that one clear and flat. You do not see any color at all. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I got the joint clear and flat. Yeah. If a nigga think my head's screw off and on, yeah, I ain't going for that. Now we can go back to the other one, and I'm gonna let the video play on the other one. I'm gonna let the video play on the other one. Straight up. Yeah. Let me see here. I want to make sure that, matter of fact, I'm gonna Hold up. Yeah, hold up real quick. Hold up real quick, y'all. I gotta see something real quick. Yeah, because I forgot something. Okay, got it. I got it. Let me see here. Hold up. One second. All this dumb shit pop up. Always some dumb shit when I'm trying to do something. Always some dumb shit when I'm trying to do something. Bam. Alright. Yeah, so I wanted to screenshot that joint, right? So I screenshotted that joint. I got that one. That's locked. Yeah. I screenshotted that joint. That's locked, right? Let me see. Hold up. Let me get back to this damn video. Let me pull the video back up. Now. Yeah, you're not fooling me with that one. Hell no. Y'all see this, right? That shit is a total different badge, man. Straight up. Yeah, let me see. Hold up. Now I'm gonna get the. Let me get the screenshot on this joint here. I'm gonna get the screenshot on this one too. Fuck that. Let me get the screenshot on this one too. Hold up. Let me get the screenshot on that one. Damn, man. I hope that motherfucker ain't gonna do it. Sucker shit. And I hope it ain't take the damn screenshot like that and mess up what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm hoping I got the screenshot without it moving. That's what I'm hoping, I got the screenshot without it moving. Yeah. So from what I see, they look different. You know what I'm saying? I'ma just be real. Yeah, so I think they different, but hold on, let me see if I can, let me see if, yeah, hold up, man. You know Wack be lying, man, I'll tell you that right now. Wack be straight lying. We got the screenshot, let me see. Guess I gotta see where the hell them pictures go. Let me see. Alright, so now I'm gonna pull this up there, right? Let me pull that up there. Yeah. Y'all see that, right? Yeah. That shit look different to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a closer look on it for y'all. Get a closer look on it. That shit look different. Hold on. That's me right there, y'all. Y'all mean to tell me that's the same joint? And look, they two different badges, man. Those two different badges. They two different badges, man. I'm not going for that. They two different badges. I'm not going for that. They two different badges, man. Straight up. They're two different badges. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm at with it. These are two different badges. I'm just calling it how I see it. They not the same. Yeah. 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 Man, this is how I see it, man. And yeah, I definitely see that they two different badges, man. I'm just being real. They two different badges, man. Yeah. 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 This is how I see it, man. You know, yeah, they two different badges, man. He can say whatever he want, man. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Nah. They not the same. Pull that other badge you had out yesterday. That's the badge we want to see. The badge you had yesterday is the one we want to see. Nah. We don't want to see the badge you want to show us today. We want to see the badge you had yesterday. Yeah, that one. Show us that one. That one had color in it. This one ain't got no color in it. They different. Straight up. Yeah. But you know, he gonna fool some people, but he ain't gonna fool us over here. Nah. Come on, man. You would have showed that yesterday. Yeah. Why show it today? Come on now. For what? You would have showed that yesterday. Man, look. You would have went right back on live. Man, look at this. Hold on. What they talking about? They got... So the story you come up with is that this guy gave you a badge that was your daughter's friend so that it can keep whoever you saying off you. And we just supposed to say, all right, nah, I ain't going for that. Straight up. I ain't going for that. Nah. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button, man. Share this live. Man, I appreciate all y'all, man. Straight up. We'll be back for the next live in a couple hours. About 2 hours, man. We're going to come back in about 2.5 hours. We come back for the next live, man. Y'all know how we do, man. I appreciate all y'all, but I ain't going for that one. Straight up. Yeah. I ain't going for that. Nah. Hell no. That one ain't get me. You know what I mean? For the people that it got out there, hey. Nah. I just showed it. They two different badges. They're not the same badge. Nah. I ain't going for that one. Straight up. Yeah. And I appreciate all y'all. If you didn't see it, go back and check the live back just a couple seconds ago and you'll see it. I showed both of them. They two different badges. Not going for it. No, no, no. The shit ain't working. They two different badges. Straight up. Now you want to play the game with it and act like you showing it and it's a joke. Yeah. You think that? Nah. That's your badge. You know what I mean? We know you working. It is what it is. You be working. Yeah. You be working. And when we come back on the next live, we definitely gonna talk about that. Yeah, we gotta get into that on the next live. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that I got that together so that we can see that screenshot and all. I gotta get that together. We need to see that screenshot. Hold up. What this nigga talking about? This nigga talking about he think everybody slow, huh? Nah. Beat it. Yeah, I mean, I ain't playing no games. That shit ain't working. Yeah. We be back in a couple hours, man. Make sure you locked in. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like button, man. And y'all know we going up. But we gonna show that again. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? We gonna show that again. They two different badges. They're not the same badge. The first badge had color on it. This badge does not have any color. No. It's a total different badge. Straight up. You know what I mean? Man, I appreciate all y'all, man. Stay locked in, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, share the live. Y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate all y'all. I see y'all in a little bit, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back now.